Thank you to Taylor Swift for doing a favor for me.
I want to thank Taylor. Thank you for that awesome performance. And
women are incredible. We run the world.
Get ready, Swifties and pop culture junkies, because we're diving headfirst into a wild list of celebrity collaborations that could completely shake the music scene. From dream duets to shock pairings, these collabs are the kind of fantasy fans secretly crave. Whether it's a pop queen joining forces with a rap legend or an indie star rising alongside a global icon, this list is fire. So throw on your headphones and get ready. We're counting down 10 epic celebrity collabs that need to happen now. Some are rumors, some pure dreams, but all are electric chaos. Okay, can we manifest this into reality? Stevie Nicks and Taylor Swift on the same track. That's the kind of ethereal level pairing the music world's been waiting for. Back in 2010, Swift joined Nicks on the Grammy stage, and, let's be honest, it was legendary. But since then, nothing, not even one studio song. It feels criminal. Both are masters of heartbreak, mystical vibes, and poetic writing. Fans have compared them for years and, always with love. With similar styles and devoted fanbases, a Swift-Nicks collab would be pure magic and, long overdue. Big thanks to Taylor Swift for including a tribute to Stevie by writing the powerful track, "You're on Your Own, Kid." That song captures the kind of emotional honesty and wisdom Stevie has always been known for. Taylor's storytelling cuts deep, and in this track, it feels like a nod to a musical soul sister. It's raw, personal, and hauntingly beautiful. Fans can't help but dream of a full collaboration between them, something timeless, intimate, and powerful. A single track could unite generations. It wouldn't just be a duet, it'd be a musical alignment of stars. If there's one that would leave music historians and Swifties speechless. It's a Taylor Swift and Carole King duet. These two are like mirror reflections, just from different eras. Carole ruled the 70s with heartbreaking lyrics and fierce, feminist energy way before it was mainstream. Behind the scenes, Taylor has long called Carole her songwriting inspiration, and the parallels, they're wild. Carole broke Grammy records and shattered industry ceilings. Now, Taylor carries the torch, setting milestones with every release and stacking wins like charm bracelets. Carole truly was the Taylor of her generation, pouring her soul into lyrics, rewriting what it meant to be a female songwriter. She made history. Now, Taylor's following that same trail, collecting Album of the Year wins and rewriting records. Their respect for each other runs deep. Carole herself presented Taylor the Artist of the Decade award. Taylor then honored her by performing Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow with such tenderness. It felt brand new. If they made music together now, it would be more than a duet, it'd be a legacy written in harmony. I can't remember a time in my life when Carole King's music wasn't playing somewhere around me. I was raised by two of her biggest fans, and now, even as an adult, whenever I hear her songs, that same rush of emotion hits me like it always did. Carole, your place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is so richly earned. Thank you, Taylor, for that incredible tribute performance. And to everyone here tonight, thank you so much for being part of this unforgettable moment. Let's not pretend if Taylor Swift and Harry Styles ever release a song together, the internet might actually melt. Their whirlwind romance in 2012 and 2013 gave birth to some of the most unforgettable breakup anthems of our time. But here's the twist. They've been seen chatting warmly at multiple Grammy events since 2020. Insiders insist there's no drama left, only respect and maybe a little spark of old chemistry. TikTok is full of mashups blending Swift's style with One Direction's Perfect. And they sound so good, it's almost like fate wants this collab to happen. Harry's been leaning into his rock meets vintage era lately. And with Taylor's emotional lyrics and sharp pop instincts, the two could create a song that stirs every part of the heart. Their voices, their artistry, their history, it all just fits. Fans have been asking for this for years, and with all the subtle signs and shared glances, the dream no longer feels impossible. A Taylor-Harry duet would be more than a comeback, it would be a grown-up reflection on youth, heartbreak, and everything in between. And honestly, it would break records and break us in the best way. Let's face it, Sabrina Carpenter is living every Swiftie's ultimate dream. She started with fan covers on YouTube and ended up opening for Taylor on the Eras tours in 2023. That's not just a glope, that's a fairy tale. Sabrina's been a self-declared Swiftie forever. And rumor has it, Taylor's just as fond of her. These days, Sabrina's crafted her own identity in the pop world. But you can still hear echoes of Taylor's storytelling in her songs' sharp lyrics, soft edges, and that emotional sting wrapped in sparkle. Here's where it gets interesting. Been flirting with country-inspired tracks lately, and who better to guide her than the queen of the country to pop transformation herself? Fans are buzzing that a collab between Taylor and Sabrina wouldn't just be a nostalgic moment, it could launch Sabrina to the next level. Both know how to write lyrics that hurt and heal at the same time. And with Jack Antonoff connecting them creatively, a trio track could be a glittery, synthy heartbreak anthem that dominates airwaves. It's not just possible. At this point, it feels destined now. This pairing might surprise you, but in the most legendary way possible. Taylor Swift and Sir Paul McCartney. Yes, really, not the most obvious duo, but their creative connection runs deep. Insiders say they've developed a sweet and sincere friendship over the years. They even appeared together on a Rolling Stone cover in 2020, having a thoughtful, laid-back conversation about music, lyrics, fame, and life as if they were two old souls, just vibing over coffee in a quiet corner of the world. It's kind of wild when you think about it. They haven't actually released a track together yet, but deep in the fandom, there's talk that Sweet Nothing from Midnights was quietly inspired by Paul McCartney's gentle relationship with his late wife, Linda. So yeah, the influence is there, subtle, unspoken, but real. What's undeniable is the deep respect between them, and if they ever did step into the studio together, it wouldn't just be another collaboration. It would be a global moment, something timeless and culturally iconic. Let's shut this down once and for all. Taylor and Beyoncé are not feuding, never were, never will be. If anything, they probably roll their eyes every time the media tries to spark drama. These two aren't enemies, they're empires. Behind the scenes, it's all love. They show up for each other's premieres and red carpets like true queens, supporting queens. But still, the question lingers, why haven't they made music together yet? With Beyoncé going full country goddess on Cowboy Carter, and Taylor blending into R&B with Kendrick and Future. The stage is already set. And let's be honest, the so-called tension fans think they feel. That's not a rivalry. That's fire. The kind of creative electricity that, if harnessed, could lead to something jaw-dropping. These are two of the most genre-flexible women in music, constantly pushing boundaries and breaking rules. A collaboration would be more than just a track, it would be an event. Something powerful, something unforgettable. They've already shown they support each other. Now imagine what they could create if they actually combine forces. One word, unstoppable. Women are incredible. We run the world. That quote alone tells you everything you need to know. Taylor once shared how thrilled she was winning an award only to be stunned by Kanye West's interruption. That moment was awkward, sure, but it never became a reason for rivalry. In fact, Beyoncé graciously invited Taylor back on stage later that night, showing real class. That moment proved it. They're not competitors, they're allies. And if the world would stop pitting them against each other, maybe we'd finally get the collab of our dreams. Now, talk about full circle moments. If there's one collab that's long overdue, it's Taylor Swift finally joining musical forces with Tim McGraw. After all, he was the very title of her first ever single, the song that started it all. That debut track lit the fuse on everything. That came after. Swifties have held on to that thread of connection for over a decade. And let's be real, it's time to make it official. Sure, they've shared a stage and technically appeared together on Highway Don't Care. But Taylor didn't write that one, so it barely counts. What really has fans buzzing now is the thought of Tim showing up on one of those long-lost tracks when Taylor finally drops her Taylor Swift re-recording, The Math. It all points to 2026, marking the 20th anniversary of her debut, and what better way to celebrate than by bringing things back to where they started. Tim McGraw and Taylor on a vault track would be more than nostalgia, it would be history wrapping back around. The kind of moment that reminds everyone just how far she's come, that kind of emotional throwback. It's exactly the kind of soft, twangy, nostalgia-drenched duet that would have fans crying in their cowboy boots. A track like that would feel like home, bittersweet, beautiful, and unforgettable. It's the sound of history looping back to hug the present. The kind of song you hear once and carry with you forever. And when it finally happens, because, come on, it has to be the kind of moment that Swifties will talk about for decades. Okay? Swifties, imagine this. Taylor Swift and Joni Mitchell, two lyrical geniuses from two different eras. Finally, creating music together sounds like a dreamy fantasy, right? But it's not as far off as you'd think. Taylor has openly drawn inspiration from Joni's iconic storytelling, especially during her Red era, which fans say radiates pure blue vibes. Sure, things got weird when rumors floated that Taylor might play Joni in a film. Let's just say Joni wasn't thrilled. But even with that, Taylor's admiration hasn't faded one bit. And honestly, if there's one thing Taylor knows how to do, it's win hearts with her pen, her piano, and her passion. Both women are genre-bending legends with a deep love for details that most writers miss. They don't just write songs, they craft moments. Now picture them, side by side, guitar in hand, pouring emotion into every note. The result, haunting, poetic, a masterpiece, waiting to be made. It would be timeless and probably sweep the Grammys. This is one mellow miracle we all need to manifest. Like yesterday, here's a pairing that feels like fate. Taylor Swift and James Taylor. Yes, her actual namesake. The story goes that Taylor's mom loved James Taylor's music so much. She played his albums nonstop during pregnancy and even named her daughter after him. So yeah, this one's personal. Their connection is deep, rooted in admiration and legacy. Taylor's softer, stripped-back albums owe a lot to James Taylor's emotional acoustic style. A duet between them wouldn't just be beautiful, it'd be a soul hug in song form. Just imagine it. A simple, raw ballad that wraps around you like a warm sweater on a rainy day. No flashy production, just soft guitar, honest lyrics. And 2 generations of Taylor magic woven into one delicate masterpiece. It wouldn't need to chart to matter, it would simply exist, quietly perfect, a full-circle moment in the purest form. For Swifties who've followed Taylor's journey from her earliest days, this wouldn't just be a collaboration, it would be a heartfelt thank you, sealed in melody. Okay, this one's screaming to be real. Taylor Swift and Shania Twain, the original queen of country pop and the girl she inspired. Taylor has been fangirling over Shania forever, and let's be honest, without Shania's fearless crossover from country to pop, we might never have had Fearless or Red. Taylor herself once said Shania helped pave the road she walks today. And when two queens like this exist in the same universe, a collaboration isn't just possible, it's practically a necessity. I admire the chicks: Johnny Cash, Loretta Lynn, George Strait, Faith Hill, Vince Gill, Alison Krauss, and Shania Twain. That's what Taylor once said, right before announcing the year's top nominees. The love is real. They've crossed paths at events, shared sweet red carpet moments, but no duet. None. Which feels criminal. But now, with Taylor's winding down, word is Shania might pop up on a Taylor Swift vault track. A final, glittery bow on the era she helped inspire. Just imagine it. 2 generations of bold boots, fierce hooks, and shimmering girl power on one unstoppable track. A moment so iconic it closes the Taylor's version era with a bang so loud it echoes through pop culture. It's more than music. It's legacy honoring legacy, wrapped in rhinestones and harmony. If that isn't the perfect way to end this re-recording chapter, we don't know what is. That's all for today's video. Folks, thanks for watching, and we'll see you